Did you come to check on me?
Would that be wrong?
Your resistance girlfriend won't mind. It's a rhetorical question.
Who is Sarah Rivkin?
You saw my files at Koniechkin's. Sarah Rivkin is none of your business.
All right.
Do you have any other personal questions?
What actually convinced you to run away with me?
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I think it's hard not to be impressed by me.
I'm mostly impressed with your sense of humor.
What are your impressions after meeting our host?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being polite?
I just wanted to know your opinion. If what we are planning here is going to work, you'll have to trust us at some point.
I'm not sure if he's a good Feldchair, but he seems to be an experienced Thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would trust him. Not that I have any choice.
I'll come back later.
Sure.
Intriguing.
Did you manage to solve your healer's case?
I'm working on it.
I see.
Tell me how a Jew, a Tatar, and my father met.
Who first? Choose.
Tell me about my father.
I met Stanisław during the January uprising. He was still a bachelor then. We were in the same unit under Traugott.
Were there many Thaumaturges fighting back then?
We didn't flash it around. Besides, we all bleed red. I used to be a frequent visitor to your house, but as time went by, less and less so.
Did something happen?
Just life. Stanisław focused on his family, and I focused on my practice.
What about Sofer?
The old rabbi was introduced to me by Stanisław. He was the one who sought to acquaint us with one another. Sofer was a powerful Kabbalist and very respected in his community. He was the one who brought the golem into existence. I didn't get a chance to know him better, as he died shortly after casting that curse.
Do you think that summoning the golem might have been the cause?
No, it was the profusion of cookies he loved so much that killed him.
You treated Sofer. I found a prescription he wrote.
That's true. A hopeless case of an addiction to trivialities. Had we met sooner, he might still be alive.
Tell me about Horovic's case. How did it impact the coterie?
He was actually the reason it started to fall apart. He was a socialist chemist who knew a lot. There was a risk he would be exposed.
So my father killed him.
Stanisław took the burden of that decision upon himself, reckoning with consequences. He knew the Jewish community would blame him, and Sofer couldn't defy the will of his people. That would compromise him and be the undoing of us all. Stanisław did us a favor. And to socialists as well, I guess.
I have some other questions.
You do?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm afraid your request is too broad. Ask me a more direct question.
Do you come from here?
You're asking if I was born in Warsaw? I only came here after the uprising. My family comes from Vilnius. But my heart beats the same as yours.
Tell me more about the Tatars.
My ancestors settled around Vilnius over 600 years ago. Since they were noblemen, we kept our own religion and traditions.
Are you all Muslims?
Are you all Catholics? Everyone lives by their heart. And that's the way it should be.
Who do you consider yourself to be?
A doctor.
I meant, who do you feel like?
A Tatar, a Pole, a servant of Allah. I am all of them. I like to believe that I'm a good man, too. I avoid labeling people, Victor. It leads nowhere.
When we first met, you tested me.
I had to know what kind of clay you're made of. Forgive the pun.
I have a feeling I didn't come across well in your eyes. I failed.
All is not lost. We are still talking, aren't we? And what did you think of me back then, if I may ask?
I thought you were an eccentric.
Oddly enough, I thought the same about you.
I have some other questions.
Go ahead.
I have to go now.
May Allah guide you.
Ваши документы.
Pardon?
What don't you understand? Documents.
Je ne parle pas ruski.
It's not enough that he's a magician. He's scum. You'll learn right quick once I give you a beating. Documents. I won't say it again.
Рядовой Стрельцов, I'll take over. Documents, or are you deaf? Show them to me and you can be on your way.
Why so nervous, officer? If it's papers you want to see, I'll show you. I've nothing to hide.
He's a magician, Captain.
What, am I blind? I can see he's a magician, but he's not the one. Show Harsho. You can go. Just watch yourself.
I'll remember. I won't cause trouble.
I've got my eye on you. Streltsov, reinforcements are needed on Bzetska. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
The things people come up with.
You made it, my friend. Wonderful.
What's the occasion? Do you want to thank me for something again?
Not today. Today, all of you gathered at this table are equally important. I want to celebrate you with this humble supper. I hope you'll join us.
All right, I'll stay. And what do you plan to do after supper?
God created a world and placed a beautiful garden within it in the east. Then, he placed a man there. The plan is for us to meet in paradise as well, because there we will get that which we deserve, my friend. No more, no less. Do you recall our conversation over your father's grave, when I asked who you feel you are? You did not know the answer then, but now you must make a decision. Soon, I'll be able to give you anything you want. That is enough for me.
I believe in what you promised me.
Amen. We'll talk more about the future soon, my friend. But my bladder's calling. And Victor, I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it does take place, you may believe that I am he.
Water! People, give me water!
Is he dead? Oh, God. He is dead!
I've got you. It's okay. Is this what death is like? An infinite void? Where am I? Is this hell? Well, I could have seen it coming.
I'm telling Mom, all you Thaumaturges are crazy.
And the teacher said, Victor, is the rat here in the classroom with us right now? I almost pissed myself.
Cozy.
Slow down. You'll get your clothes all dirty.
I'm the head of this family, and I deserve respect. You'll put me in an early grave. This is the end. You've lost. Did you not hear what I said? This is the end.
I was wondering where you'd bother me again.
You needed me, so here I am. It is time for the trial.
What trial? Is this some sort of court? Barbarit.
Yes. A trial over the conscience of Viktor Shulsky.
Of what do I stand accused?
And what weighs on your conscience? Your twin sister. Despite not having your power, she was only ever kind to you in this cruel world. She was genuinely happy to have you come back to her. She was alone here, you know. That's very noble of you, but is there room for a caring sister in your plans for the future? I don't think so. Soon you will be left alone again, and in time, no one will remember you. Do you mean to say that you don't care? Supposedly, we only live as long as someone remembers us. After that, all traces of us disappear. Go on.
I'm not finished.
It's all right. We have all the time in the universe. You're a Thaumaturge, as was your father, your grandfather, and your great-grandmother. You've always thought of yourself as better than others because of that. The defendant admits to his own pride.
My power also reminds me daily of the disappointment I felt after you disposed of me instead of protecting me.
Rubbish. I always understood you and did everything to protect us, at any cost. You're a fool if you still don't understand. Have you come down a peg now, because you know that your prank cost your father his cooperation with the Ohrana? Is that it?
We can end by saying that I realized how much I threatened the family at that time. And exile was not cruelty, it was mercy.
And the Black Grimoire? You always coveted it. And behold, according to the last will, it's yours. Do you think this means you've never meant anything? You fight for the sake of fighting, but you no longer know why. Stand by your words, if you prefer.
How much longer?
Go on.
It's not over.
Certainly. So, what's next? A clay colossus. A beautiful, destructive force.
The threat you visited upon us.
Yes. And do you understand why? Good. So you understand that every victory requires sacrifice. And the end only justifies the means. Ultimately, the golem rests at your side, correct?
Yes, I made the right decision, and I won't change my mind.
That's enough. Accusations and evidence have been presented, and witnesses as well as jurors have expressed their opinions. Are you ready to hear the verdict? What do you think the trial has revealed?
It showed me that I always followed my conscience, even if it wasn't always to my benefit.
And you think that's the way it should be?
Yes, a mature relationship with yourself is based on making compromises, not suppressing your conscience.
The verdict is not guilty. But your story does not end here. And it won't end until you begin on one of the paths.
Are you talking about Rasputin and the coterie?
There may be other paths available. Which one do you prefer?
What do you want to tell me?
That you can reach the world, following paths less trodden. But now, focus on what's in front of you. So? Why Rasputin? Did he even survive?
It's enough for me that he's not the coterie. I'd rather stand with him than support one of your dead ideas.
Then you reject what was meant for you. You reject your father's way. Are you happy with events taking this course?
Yes, I want this.
So, remember what it is you're feeling now, when the time for the trial comes.
And you? What would you do in my place?
I died beneath that tenement house. What you see is an embodiment of your pride, conscience, or doubts. Those are the things you're arguing with. You don't. You are your own worst enemy. Go now.
Let's meet in paradise, the garden near the fountain. You are Peter, a rock, and upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell shall not prevail against it. I have an idea who the author is, but I don't know how it's possible. I have no idea where to look for this paradise and garden. I don't remember how I ended up here. Is it possible that what happened near the brothel was just a dream? You're right. A dream wouldn't hurt like this. I'll think about this later. Les gars?
Christ, don't sneak up on me like that. How do you feel?
You took care of me. Thank you.
Forget it, I wouldn't have managed it on my own. Grażynka helped me. Are you sure you don't want to rest some more?
Did someone come here when I was asleep? Did we have any visitors?
Apart from myself, Uncle, and Grażynka, I didn't let anyone in. The streets are not safe. Why do you ask?
I found an unusual letter on the nightstand about a garden of paradise.
What letter? The only garden that's being talked about now is the one at Dolinka Szwajcarska. The Tsar and his entourage are planning to have a garden party in a park there.
What is this party at Dolinka Szwajcarska?
The Tsar is celebrating his son's birthday.
Would you use the phrase garden in the east to describe Dolinka?
In the east? Dolinka is south of here. The only eastern thing about it is its guests.
I would never have thought of that. It makes sense. Thank you. Is everything all right? You look concerned.
That's because I am. Whatever is happening on the streets right now, it scares me.
Is that why you unearthed Papa's musket? Does it still work?
Just now I thought I would find out. Before you woke up, they shot a man on our street. He crawled away somewhere, but he was bleeding so badly. The entire city has gone insane. The Governor General has closed the borders and isn't letting anyone leave. People have barricaded themselves in their homes.
Maybe the Russians are waiting for us to kill each other ourselves. And they may be right.
Only madmen roam the streets now. I know it has to end someday, but God is my witness. I don't know what will be left of this city. I don't know what could stop this madness. Did you intend to inform me that you escaped from the Citadel?
I've just risen from the dead. Besides, I didn't want to bother you. At least until I came up with a solution.
And how is that going?
I'm considering a few options. Give me some time.
I'm just worried about you. Besides, I guess I'm most worried about Grażynka right now.
Where is Grażynka?
She left to get some supplies. It's hard to buy anything now, but she left yesterday and still hasn't come back. Maybe she just had to hide somewhere and is waiting.
Do you know if anything happened to the store?
I didn't even want to try to get in there to check. You shouldn't go there right now.
This chaos in the city. How long has it been going on?
3 days. Uncle brought you here, half dead, 3 days ago. Do you know what day it is?
Hold on.
The last day of summer.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
You have risen from the dead. That has to be enough for me. At least until Christmas. Grażynka.
I thought I'd find you in worse health. I see you've once again managed to avoid the consequences of your decisions. I'm afraid I must put a stop to this. You are under arrest for taking part in a conspiracy against the Tsar and engaging in terrorism. You'll also be held accountable for escaping from the Citadel and for your active support of the Socialists, the enemies of the Empire. Your brother didn't bother to mention that, Miss Ligia? You'll be coming with us, Mr. Shulsky.
Why do you torment our family? What are you hoping to get out of it? And how the hell did you get the keys to our house?
Dear Ligia, please try to understand that it was your brother who brought these dark clouds down upon your family. I'm just trying to disperse them without bloodshed. If you don't resist, I give you my word that no harm will come to your sister. Shall we?
No, Chief. We'll finish this here.
I didn't receive an invitation, so I decided to drop in on my own. After all, today is a Shulsky family holiday.
Mr. Niedzits, Warsaw will get rid of 2 pests today.
Wanna share any other fantasies?
Don't worry about the broken window pane, Victor. I'll deduct it from the 5 rubles you still owe me.
I won't beg for mercy, if that's what you were hoping for.
I loaded my piece today. Just say the word, and the balding prick will lose the other half of his face.
Nyetjits, loyal to the end, like a dog, like his father. Are you going to let this mongrel deprive you of the pleasure? Will you leave my fresh corpse to your sister as a gift? Blood soaks into stone for many long years. A unique birthday gift.
The word.
Alive, he would never have left you alone.
Yes, you're right. Thanks.
About it, did you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
What now?
Now we'll do some cleaning.
I'll fetch a shovel.
Why, you'll be the protagonist of my next poem.
Done. It doesn't even show.
I could help you more.
No, it's your birthday.
Rest in peace, Chief. You've known me better than anyone for so many years. You were always with me, and you always will be. We have to talk about our future. Any ideas? Let's not waste any more time. Let's see if our bearded monk is even alive. And let's fight for our position on the Tsar's court. I won't be needing this anymore. Farewell, Father. Let's go to paradise. How do you feel?
How do I feel? Niedzic just murdered the chief of the Ochrana in the hallway.
And saved our lives.
What's next? What do you intend to do?
I've thought of a good ending for our story. I'll find Rasputin. He can get me an audience with the Tsar himself.
But he's dead.
I don't think so. I think he also wants me to follow him.
Under normal circumstances, I would say you'd better go to bed, but I hope you're right.
There was a man, and now the man is no more. See, Victor? If I put my mind to it, I can do a little magic myself. Did someone die again and needs to be buried?
We've decided about our future. It's time to look my enemies in the eye and appreciate those who stand with me. I need to see certain things through to the end.
Well, our Victor, all grown up.
I'll come back for you once it's all over.
Be careful.
Good luck, brother. You can do it.
I need a carriage. Is this one free?
Sir, they want a bribe from me. Help.
Look, Private. This one's even got a book. The brass will be happy. Tell these two about their rights.
You have none. By virtue of the decree on the martial law, you have been classified as suspicious characters. We will escort you to the Citadel.
Unless some sort of a gift convinces us you are innocent.
So this is what soldiers of the Russian Empire look like. A bunch of pathetic bribe takers with no honor and no sense of duty.
Suit yourself, magician. We'll see just how much honor you have when you end up in the Citadel. Let's get him. Doesn't have to be in one piece.
Sir, I have no idea what you did to them, but today I will drive you for free. We just have to be careful. Some of the districts are cut off by the authorities. Still, today's rides are on me.
The Tsar is about to give his speech, and you're loafing around? Get to work.
No grunt tells me how to be a waiter. Do you want to switch?
Attention, we have an audience. Are you lost, sir? The entrance for guests is on the other side of the park.
I think a uniform like this would suit me.
Then you have to enlist.
There are easier ways.
Are you drunk or what?
We'll be going then. We're kind of a mess.
And we're about to teach you some respect for the uniform.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I haven't been here in a while. Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. Interesting. Magdalena?
I didn't expect you to show up here. In a Russian uniform, no less.
I received a personal invitation from Rasputin.
So did I. He summoned me to preach about his second coming. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future. For his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
What do you remember from this explosion?
Chaos. Blood. It's hard for me to talk about it.
What about Aniela and Lucian?
They are no longer with us. They are already enjoying the afterlife, awaiting salvation.
Do you think they deserved such a fate?
Each of us has a different fate in store for them. Aniela was chosen. She died at Grigori's side. And Lucian just disappeared one day. I think he might have left because his fate wasn't strong enough. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I need to have clarity in my heart.
Do you believe someone wanted to kill Rasputin?
Of course. The first Christians were also thrown to the lions. Satan laid his hand on Grigori and tried to break him. But he will not bend. He will defeat death and return.
I'll let you work.
It's a mission, preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
Secrets? Not on my watch. Secrets?
Shulsky, you've had an accomplished military career since our last meeting. You do realize that you are still a wanted man?
I'm here on a mission. I assume you're here for similar reasons.
Rasputin chose me to be the executor of his work.
Where were you when Rasputin was blown up along with Aunt Yaja's brothel?
I was where he had ordered me to be. I don't question it.
And if he told you to organize the explosion, you wouldn't question that either?
This is none of your business, Shulsky.
What part of Rasputin's will are you trying to execute here?
I am Yeritel, the Angel of Destiny. I am his sword against false acolytes. Maybe you're one of them.
I talked to Magdalena. She's hard to miss.
Her words are like honey to my ears. As long as she preaches Rasputin's word, I will give her my fervent support until the second coming. Magdalena is the image of pure faith.
Will you finally act? Or will you keep barking until you're ordered otherwise? I think I outrank you, so...
I've already received my orders. Rasputin will never forgive you, and when he returns, he will reward me for bringing you to justice, for I am his hammer that smites the witches.
You're disturbing.
I see you found your calling in evangelism.
My heart is filled with love, so I preach the good news. Let everyone prepare for Grigori's coming. Everything is possible for those who believe.
I saw Lazarev was here too.
Blessed Lazarev. He's one of Rasputin's most trusted acolytes. Don't take it personally, but I think his faith is stronger than yours. You should do something about it. And you don't have much time.
I'll let you work.
It's a mission. Preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
I can't eat anymore. Pass. Well, maybe just a piece of...
Maria?
What? Is it a crime to eat now? Don't pester a pregnant woman, please.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, it's you. I've been so distracted lately. You know, being with child and all.
Congratulations. Who's the lucky father?
For behold, from henceforth, all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty have done to me great things. Pretty, isn't it? I'll be giving birth to a savior. Grigory loves me more than all of you.
Do you think Rasputin is the father?
A mother knows these things. But why should I explain it to you?
How did Magdalena take this joyous news?
I considered her a friend, but she's nothing but a snake. As soon as Rasputin returns, I'll get rid of her. She preaches his word now out of envy, hoping it will get his attention. Could you do something about her for me? You know, get rid of her somehow? Discreetly?
I'm not a murderer for hire.
Maybe Lazarev then. No, the very thought of talking to him makes my skin crawl.
Listen, you and your child are not safe here. And you won't be if you choose to keep playing Rasputin's game.
You're just jealous. The prince is losing his grip on the throne? Admit it. When Rasputin gets a proper heir, you'll be a nobody. All my life, I've relied on myself and the streets. And now? Now, my life will change.
I'm sorry, really, but after what you've been through, you should think about yourself now, and the child. Get out of here.
You won't get rid of me, and I'll repeat all of this to Grigory. You can't be trusted.
Listen, you and your child are not safe here, and you won't be if you choose to keep playing Rasputin's game.
You're just jealous. The prince is losing his grip on the throne? Admit it. When Rasputin gets a proper heir, you'll be a nobody. All my life, I relied on myself and the streets. And now? Now my life will change.
Aren't you a little old for fairy tales? Stop deluding yourself.
You know what? Fuck off. You always seemed like bad news.
Rasputin may promise you something, but as soon as he has the opportunity, he'll shed the burden that you will both be to him. Just think about it. You know what he's capable of.
I need to think. Leave me alone.
You're disturbing.
I'll let you work.
It's a mission. Preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Well, have you enlisted? I didn't think I would see you again, and yet, here you are.
I might say the same about you. I thought you wouldn't be in the mood for a party.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, death for death.
Go home. It's not safe for you here.
Plus you're wanted. Leave me alone or I'll call the guards. Go on, get out of here.
This isn't over. Vanda?
I told you to leave me alone.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Skawan.
I was going to start with Koniechkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Genef. So it's Skawan's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
I've got my own plans for the night, and you might upset my apple cart. I'm here with someone who might be able to help establish new borders for Poland. But in order to do that, we must avoid spilling blood.
You mean Rasputin? That false prophet who caused that riot with his words? He's on my list too. Get out of my way or I swear to God there will be 2 dead bodies tonight, not 1.
A familiar face. Good evening.
Mr. Shulsky?
Have you started a military career? And as an officer already?
I'm doing my best.
Please allow me. My fiancée, Sofia Georgievna Skawan.
Congratulations. I think I can take the credit for your happiness. After all, It was due to my actions at that memorable soiree that you finally found each other.
Mr. Shulsky. Still unscrupulous, I see.
He's right, though. It was due to him that the world found out what you really thought about me. After all, honesty in a relationship is priceless.
Let me make an observation. It is quite daring of you to show up in a place like this.
Sergei, is that a threat?
What he meant was that my papa is taking far-reaching measures regarding your kind. Perhaps you've had a chance to see for yourself.
My dear, is this champagne talking through you?
I've seen what an angry mob can do. In Mirov, they killed someone I knew.
What are you doing here anyway? Should my father know about this?
The last time I saw you, you were accompanied by two gentlemen. What happened to them?
Come on, tell him.
I am here to offer counsel to Nikolai Romanov. Recently, I've been included in his advisory body. I've been appointed a member of the city council.
I must ask, was it because of your engagement that you got the job?
How dare you! Let's go get some champagne, dear. This is getting annoying.
Sofia, there's no reason to get upset. Mr. Shulsky was leaving anyway, weren't you?
Sergei, miss?
You're disturbing.
From a poor village to high society, all eyes are turned on you today.
I wanted a better life, not applause. And work to help my mama and papa.
And how does standing here in a beautiful dress among the cream of Warsaw society help your parents?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen them in a long time and they can't write. What I do, that's not important. All is as it must be.
Look around. At first glance, you look like the rest of the guests, but you know full well that you don't belong in this world. These people will never accept you as one of their own, and then Rasputin will abandon you. What use does he have for an apostle who is a burden?
I'm not a burden.
Go back to your people. All you'll find here is disappointment and the pain of not being good enough.
I tried so hard.
I know.
Leave me alone, please.
Friends, today on the birthday of our son and successor, our Father's words show the direction of our thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength and rightness of autocratic power. We are summoned to reaffirm that power, and preserve it for the benefit of the people from any encroachment. Today, as this storm rages in the streets, and evil has penetrated people's souls and settled in them for good.
There. Quiet, Milutka. Не знаю, что происходит.
Do not fear. I am with you always, even until the end of the world.
Stay where you are, or I'll send you to hell once more. Ваше Императорское Величество, he's a dangerous man. There's no telling to whom he sold his soul to be here.
Нет. Grigoriy Yefimovich Rasputin, я слышала о вас. Come closer, please.
Blessing upon you, Alexei Nikolaevich.
God has brought you back to life to help him.
Это чудо!
God sent me to give you a warning. For years, I had shared my visions, but you wouldn't listen. And 3 days ago, I was sentenced to death. Now I stand before you, a humble servant, as God has sent me once again, to save you. If only Vasha Imperatorskoye Velichestvo would care to listen to me.
God bless you, Grigoriy Yefimovich.
You have our complete attention, Mystic.
This is a great honor for me. But I wouldn't be here today if not for someone special. Show yourself.
I am here to bear witness to Rasputin's miracles. He has snatched me away from the embrace of death, and I believe he will do the same for the Tsarevich. Look, he is standing here before you, even though 3 days ago I was watching him die. This man is a true miracle worker.
And who are you, man?
This man is Viktor Shulsky. I believe he is a wanted criminal.
Shulsky?
Yes, the one I considered my friend. He tried to deceive me with his satanic tricks, like the evil one tempting Christ in the desert.
Do you want to get rid of me? After all you've promised me?
On the contrary, you're the one who forgot whose side you should be on.
Isn't that what you wanted? That I show up and get rid of weak links and witnesses for you?
Yes. There is no place for the weak at my side. And you turned out to be weak. Is that too much in exchange for what I have given you?
We agreed that this was purely business for both of us. I trusted you would keep your word.
Whatever you say doesn't matter. Out there in the real world, you are still a dangerous fugitive. And I am the resurrected prophet. They will take you for a lunatic. You've lost.
I must remind you we are in my head. I'm not the one trapped in here. You are. I will bury you here even if it costs me my wits.
Oh, Victor. I've been here many, many times. I could say I feel at home here.
Rasputin? Что с вами?
Go ahead. The world is watching, Thaumaturge.
Die. Your Imperial Majesty, this man realized I was going to warn you about him, and that's why he tried to get rid of me.
But he helped our son.
He doesn't care about him. He only poses as a miracle worker to get into the court and secretly pull the strings. He deceived you. Isn't that so?
Fuck off.
Get him out of my sight, Skawan. We are grateful to you.
Szulski. Viktor Szulski.
Viktor Szulski. Today you saved Russia from devilish powers. From now on, your place is in Tsarskoye Selo, at the Crown Prince's side.
I would be honored.
Let us rejoice. The sun has broken through the darkness and shone on all of us today.
For some of us, for the last time. We're a free and independent Poland!
Wasze Imperatorskoje Wielичество, you summoned me.
I want you to look into him for me.
He didn't know anything.
So, go and find me the real ringleaders. Kravavi, Thaumaturge. Don't fail me.
And we desire that every one of you show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. That ye be not slothful, but followers of those who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? Ligia is in St. Petersburg with me. I thought she could start over here, but without her ambition, she has become apathetic and insecure. We talk less and less, and I'm ashamed to admit I prefer it that way. I hardly recognize her. Uncle Sasha is enjoying his longed-for retirement. Sometimes I visit him for a game of chess. I'm yet to win. The true circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's disappearance remain unclear.
But the streets know who rubbed the fucker out. Niedzic, the new king of Śródmieście.
Right, Abauryce. His influence is increasing. He's been proclaimed the king of Śródmieście. The Shivs keep the authorities at bay, and their boss dictates the laws. I'm worried about what's happening in the city. Warsaw is on fire. People finally dare to lift their weary heads while socialist militants carry out attacks on anyone who doesn't support the revolution. The fisherman of Powishna has not been captured. The locals still find bodies on the riverbanks, but no one is surprised anymore. the neighborhood is falling into a strange kind of apathy. As for the flying university, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells where the rebellious students were locked up. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.